Let's go over whether you should pull for the upcoming set of B3B Everyday Wonders in Pokemon Pocket. What up peeps, Nuggie here, and welcome to today's video of should you pull for set B3B Everyday Wonders in Pokemon Pocket. Now, I wanted to help you guys and clear the air here that the upcoming set for this is the next mini set, which is B3B. Now, Ruler of the Skies, there was a trailer with the Mega Rayquaza that came out within the last week, and people thought that was coming out. Now, that is reserved until July 30th. Now, that is going to most likely be the next main meta shift that we're going to see with a bunch of new cards. So just to let you guys know, again, Everyday Wonders is the next mini set, okay? So we're going to delve on in and seeing if this is going to be worth your time to use your resources. What can we expect? Because we haven't seen all the data mine of the new cards or anything like that, but at least it gives you an idea of what you should do moving forward from here. So moving on to here, normally with these mini sets and whatnot, you're going to see about 100 to 120 new cards in total, which is including the 1-star arts and the immersives and crowns. Roughly on average, we do get about 5 new EX cards, which is the 4 diamond star, and then we'll get at least 6 full art cards for the 1-star as well. And for the free to play here, as you can see, I recommend that you guys just do 2 at most if you are feeling lucky to do 3 10 pulls max, and then just do your dailies and wonder picks. If you are missing any cards and whatnot as well, be sure to use the share or trade functions in the Discord, or go to your favorite streamers and ask for cards or whatnot. But yeah, overall, I think it's going to be really good if you save your hourglasses and such for the upcoming set, because that's going to be a massive deal, and I really believe that. Moving on to here, now we're going over to the theme of, you know, what makes this set so special, and this is going to involve the whole puppy pile power system, which is very, very similar, if not is the upgraded version to the Sweets Relay deck last year. And you can see here with Puppy Pile, there is going to be a bunch of adorable Pokemon that's going to be involved. And with this, you can see a lot of these cards here is going to require 2 energy that's colorless. And essentially how Puppy Pile works is just for every card in your hand and on the field that has the word Puppy Pile in it, it's going to add 20 damage. Now, that's kind of cool. You know, Sweets Relay can get out of hand, so we'll see if Puppy Pile does as well. In terms of its competitive, it's probably unknown, but this is more of a gimmick, so we probably won't see it as much. But we'll see how it goes. Now, one of the combos that I wanted to show you guys as well that popped into my mind as soon as I saw the trailer, and I think I talked about it on stream as well, is that you can potentially combine this with the Stadium card Bounded Field. Now, I know that there is a colorless Lillipup there from a previous set. You don't need to involve that card, but if you want to add extra damage, you can. But the purpose of Bounded Field here is because if you're going to bring all these other, you know, elements into your deck, then using Bounded Field for EXs, or basically non-megas, is pretty cool. You'll be able to do a significant amount of damage, so that's going to be cool to see if anyone can make that work. Moving over to the EX version of the cards that we saw so far, we only saw 2, one being the Dene EX, which seems to heavily rely on tools on the bench, I believe, to do its damage. It seems uncertain about that right now, but what I saw immediately for combos and everything was the Hisuian Zoroark. On top of that, it's a very popular card. A lot of people love the Pokemon, and it's really cool that it's finally come into Pocket. Now, what's good about this is that it is a normal type EX, which means that you could combine Alima if you want. You could set Hisuian Zoroark as a pseudo tank for a while you're building your bench, and on top of that, you can also then use these other cards as a possible combination of what you want to do for Zoroark, because essentially it's an upgraded version of the Greavard and Houndstone, right? So you want to kind of have as many Pokemon in your discard as pile as possible so that Zoroark can do the most damage there. Now, Gourgeist seems like one of the more safer bets just because it has that 70 damage threshold in case you go up against Oricorio, on top of the fact that it can be used to remove cards from your hand, which is very handy, which gets you to as many discarded Pokemon into the pile quickly. Another version is we can use a Glamora variant where you can just use Glamora to poke and do that 30 damage plus the poison tick. And if it does get knocked out, you have a chance to preserve losing a prize point there by flipping tipping heads. Same thing kind of goes for Dust Noir, but I think it's just not as aggressive. But I just wanted to highlight a few of the potential combos that Zoroark can be paired with. So hopefully this will be something that will shift a little bit in a positive way for the meta, and we're going to try and do something with it and have a lot of fun with it. Now, the new mega that we've seen so far, I don't know if there's going to be a second, but I like to assume they'll maybe try and fit in 2 megas in this pack. But the one that we saw in the trailer is this Mega Diancie. Now, for the longest time, a lot of us really want Mega Gardevoir to work just because it was so cool initially when it first came out, but due to the Hydreigon meta, I would say, it was struggling. However, Mega Diancie is weak to Steel, so there is some sort of synergy there, and you can use Diantha as well to help with the heals, but basically anything to do with energy ramping on the Psychic side, you kind of want to pair this with Mega Gardevoir. So we'll see how Mega Diancie goes, but at the moment, I'm undecided on it. However, we do have a new Sylveon card as well that can be used for Mega Diancie, but there is a scary thought that Mega Sylveon, because it's got such a unique ability, it basically heals on its turn, so it's a bench supporter. It can heal for 30. If you have 2 of it, it could heal for 60. This could potentially be a pivot or an upgrade to the Sleep Scam deck, so rather than using Espeon to evolve, you can bring in the Sylveon there, and we'll just have to wait and see if this is going to shift the meta in any shape or form. I think it will, but I'm not sure if it's for the better. All right, so just to leave that out there. Now, with card use predictions, there are a few cards here that relies heavily on bringing your tools onto your Pokemon, especially a Dedenne EX card from the trailer. Now, Guzma is that 21st card slot that we always wish we had if the card deck space had 21. There is a chance you might use it more, but it's just more of an idea. I think people will probably slot in more Field Blowers just because it acts as not only a tool, but a Stadium Remover as well. But the really interesting card, and I think it might be the highlight of the whole deck, if you should pull or not, is to go for the Small Balloon, because it acts just like the water version of the inflatable boat, where basic cards here will cost 1 less if this tool is attached, which is very, very handy for all sorts of Pokemon. And the good thing about this is that it's a 2 diamond card, which means it's not too easy not too difficult to find. And you should be able to trade this for very, very little dust, if any at all. And that is probably, at the moment, from what we know, the chase card that we see here. But finally, with what we know about the trailer and the cards and everything, we saw these 2 full arts here, which is the Pikachu and Piplup. And the other EXs that we are guessing at this moment could be Raichu EX. We do have an Alolan Raichu, but not regular Raichu EX, so that could be maybe the new card that's part of the set, as well as a potential, which is going to be pretty hype for me, and I hope it's good, an Empoleon EX, since we already have a non-EX version already in the game. But yeah, I just wanted to show and highlight all these cards for you, and we'll just quickly go to the overall on should you pull or not. All right, let's summarize on what I think you guys should do for B3B, or what I would do if I was a free-to-play. Starting with the first one, again, just to reiterate, you only want to do 2 to 3 10 pulls max, and if there are any cards you're missing, you could always go into the discords or shares and trades functions just to kind of complete your decks, if that is what you're doing, especially for collector's point of view there. But you just want to save the hourglasses, because I do strongly believe that B4 is going to be the highlight, so you don't want to go into the trap of spending as many hourglasses as you have if you're prepared to collect a lot more with the next set coming out on July 30th. And the cards to focus on, like I said, for the new decks, the one that highlighted to me the most outside of the puppy pile is going to be the Zoroark, the Hisuian Zoroark, sorry. Dedenne, it does seem cool, but I just don't know yet, right? And until we see more cards, then we'll put a pin on it for now. But Hisuian Zoroark, I can already see a number of combinations that we could do that will be fun, and hopefully it works out well. I think the meta will not change as much unless the few cards we see there is going to do something incredible. But I would just tell you guys just to kind of just take it easy, have fun, join tournaments, just collect on a daily basis. Don't put all your eggs in this basket here for set B3B. You can definitely pull, but don't spend all your resources, okay? I just can't stress that enough. But that's it, guys. I wish you guys the best of luck. Save everything that you can. See you in B4, because I think that is going to be huge. And yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to comment, subscribe, tell me if you are going to save or if you're just going to go all in on the set. That is totally up to you. But best of luck out there, and I'll see you guys on the next one.